Hi, it is great to see you. I want to talk a little bit about body image today. This actually wasn't on my planned video calendar for this week. I kind of tend to plan out a couple months in advance. But I've heard quite a few comments in the past 3 or 4 days, and I just have it on my heart for us to talk about this. So let me tell you what I've heard from various people. I had to get dressed up for an event this past weekend, and I put a dress on, and I was actually with my mom and with my daughter, and my mom said something like, "Oh, I could never wear anything like that." And then, you hear those things and you kind of take them in passing, but I really am starting to pay more attention to them, especially having a very young daughter who's 5 and takes in those things subconsciously. Then yesterday I had a client come in to see me, and I was asking how she was feeling. And she said, "Oh, I guess I'm okay. I just feel fat." And I told her in my sessions that word is not allowed, but it really hit me because it really was how she was feeling. And then all over the place, because it's summer here, you're hearing about bikini body. I hear a lot about getting your pre-baby body back. And I just feel like we need to address these things. And I know it's a big society issue, and so I could talk for hours and hours about it. But I want to talk about a couple things. One is simply the words that you use both for yourself and in front of other people. So it's really important, and I know I kind of say it jokingly, but I'm serious when I tell people they aren't allowed to say 2 F words in front of me, fat and flab. Those words are not allowed. They are very derogatory about yourself, and the more you say it, the more your body really will believe it. And I know it's hard when you are in a place of not feeling good about yourself for various reasons. But one thing I would say is let's start to just change those words that you're saying, both internally, that record that plays constantly in our head, and then also externally, the words that are coming out. And then I also want to talk about marketing a little bit and just what that means exactly. What does pre-baby body mean, and what does bikini body mean exactly? If you have a body and you put a bikini on it, then you have a bikini body. There's nothing out there saying that you can or can't wear something, that it's right or wrong, and yet we have this image and this lexicon in our society that tells us something when really you have a body. And it's a glorious and wonderful thing. So if you want to wear a bikini, you can, and then you have a bikini body. If you don't, you want to wear a one piece, that's fine too. I don't mean to make this sound easy by any means, and I know that there are probably some of you looking at me saying you've never had to worry about this, and I understand that, and I am not taking anything away from the seriousness of how it feels to not feel good enough. Because I have weighed 25 pounds more than this. I know that isn't a lot to some people, but in other ways, I definitely have had that feeling of not being good enough. Going through infertility was a big piece of it. Having a bladder prolapse and my body not being able to do exactly what I want it to do is a big part of it right now. There are pieces, so it might not be weight for all of us, but we definitely all have those feelings sometimes of just not being good enough or not feeling like we are exactly where we want to be. And so I think it's important that we change the words that we say inside our head, and the words that come out. And it's important when you are looking at what other people might be trying to sell you or give you in that marketing space and social media space, that you can have kind of this bedrock to stand on, knowing that you are strong. It might not be exactly in the way you want it to be right now, but you are. You don't need to find this other body because you have one already. I just want you to feel the best you can about it. Now, for some people, that might mean losing weight, and that's completely fine. Again, I don't want to take that away from you, but I want you to start to kind of think of it more in terms of how you feel just moving about in your day-to-day life. Do you feel strong if you were to be on the floor and you needed to stand up? Do you feel able to do that? Do you feel able to play with your kids or run after your grandkids or get the laundry out of the washing machine or go on your trips for work and travel and stay energized and feel like you have enough energy to do what you want to do? Those are really kind of the goals that I think matter a little more. And then again, if you want to put weight loss on top of that because that's important to you for different reasons, then that's completely fine. But I don't want you to put your self-worth in that. And I don't want you to put all of your energy exercising and doing my videos here into, I'm doing it because I want to lose a certain amount of weight. I would rather you come and join me on these videos because they make you feel good about yourself, because they allow you to have a little fun and maybe smile on a busy day, because they give you energy so that you can go do more of the things you want to do. They help you with balance so that you feel stronger, like you're not going to fall, so you're more confident. Those are the things that are more important to me, so that you, again, you can put on the bikini if you want to and go walk around and feel good, but it has nothing to do with how much weight you lost or what exactly your body looks like or the dreaded thigh gap. Those aren't the things that really matter. And again, I know it's hard when you've either been told by other people your whole life that they do matter, or if it's a story that you have always put on yourself. And I do understand that. I do understand the pressure sometimes to look a certain way. I also know, after having my own health issues and not feeling my best physically, that became a much bigger goal for me than the weight or how I looked. I would much rather feel my best and be healthy, whatever that means for me or for you. I would much rather have that than to feel like I've lost the weight, but I don't feel healthy, or I don't feel strong, or I still have the pain that I've always had. So it's just a matter of changing your mindset a little bit, changing the words that you use, maybe changing your goals and looking at what actually might make you very happy and feel good about yourself internally, and let that then express itself externally. Change some of the words you use, and then look back at the story that you've always told yourself and see if you can change it a little bit. So I just wanted to address those things and know that you have a wonderful body. It's there. It has served you. It doesn't help us to get mad at our body the times that it doesn't serve us. I have been through that as well. Through the pain of endometriosis and the infertility with that, it has been easy sometimes for me to get frustrated with my body and actually to yell at it occasionally. What's going on? Why aren't you working for me? I don't understand. And it hit me one day when I was in the middle of that and I was in pain, that my body really was in pain. Would I talk to my child if she was in pain? Would I talk to her that way? Or would I give her grace and love and hugs and kisses and as much help as I could? And I realized I needed to talk to my body that way too, because it was in pain and it is going through this with me. It's not fighting me. It doesn't want to have a disease in it, but it does. So the more I can be partners with it and work with it through those times, I think the better off we are physically, mentally, spiritually, in our heart space, all of that. So see if you can kind of change that story a little bit for yourself. I know it helped me. I know there are still times that are hard, and it's a choice I have to make to be nice and give myself that grace, and we're all walking the road together. Again, it might be different for all of us. It could be pain that we feel that we're dealing with. It could be that we're not happy with our weight. It could be that we're not happy with our strength and how our balance has decreased. It could be that we're aging and we're trying to grapple with that a little bit. There are a lot of issues and we're all going through different ones. So let's love ourselves first so that we can then give more to other people and then come back and do the workouts. But again, it's because you're coming from a place of a little more confidence, knowing that your goals are more based on how you can feel stronger as a person, and then moving forward from there versus simply trying to hit a number on a scale or look a certain way in a bikini. So those are my thoughts on that. I hope some of it resonated with you. If it doesn't, that's okay too. You can just fast forward past this video, but I just wanted you to know that I love you and I want you to love yourself as well. And I want you to tell yourself something nice today, okay? Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time for your workout.